Well, if you're like me, you're starting off the new year trying to eat healthy and shed unwanted pounds that you put over during the holiday. Well, here to show us low-calorie recipes that don't sacrifice the taste is the author of The Spice Diet, Chef Judson Todd Allen.
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
Good to see you.
I know, it's been a minute. You were on the show earlier on in our...
I was on.
Here.
And I love Windy City Live, so
Oh,
I'm glad you all brought me back.
Yeah, we're glad to have you back because right now, honey, this juice has got to go.
Val, you look good as always.
Well,
don't you all think that Val looks amazing?
You know what? I'm camouflaging it well, but I know what I see in the mirror.
Yeah.
So, but first, let's talk about you.
Yes.
You lost 160 pounds.
Yes, I lost 160 pounds. Two people, depending on how you look at it.
Two of my maxes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
yeah.
what was the secret for you? It was clean eating. I mean, obviously.
So for me, it was really changing my mindset about what healthy food was.
Yeah.
And I had to dispel the myth that healthy food was lifeless and bland. So for me, it was all about flavor.
Right.
So I brought in spices, I brought in ingredients to retrain my taste buds and my palate, so I can really appreciate healthy food. So that's how I did it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now you've created the Spice Diet.
The Spice Diet.
And you have this fabulous book out.
Yes.
So tell us is entailed in the Spice Diet.
Sure. So the Spice Diet is really a testament of my personal story. Having struggled with food addiction, having struggled with weight issues. So what I do is, again, I dispel the myth that healthy food is lifeless and bland
Right.
by bringing flavor into the food.
Okay.
So in the book, I show others how to bring that, those that are struggling with weight, and even if you're not struggling with weight, if
Right.
you just want to know about what spices to use for what ingredient to make
Oh, it
flavorful
works.
food. So that's what it's all about.
Okay, and you describe food personalities.
Food personalities.
There are 9 food personalities, and
Yes.
everybody fits one of these personalities.
Everybody fits one of these personalities.
Okay,
And-
can you give us the top 3 or 4?
Yeah, so I'll give you the top 3. So when we talk about food personalities, we talk about things that cause these cravings, right?
Yeah.
You know, you get up in the middle of the night and it's like, okay, look, I got this salty thing that I gotta satisfy.
Right.
So one of the biggest is what we call the salty tooth, right? So it's like you're constantly craving these salty flavors.
Yeah.
The chocoholic. Right.
Yeah.
So okay. Everybody can attribute to that. You know, for me, it was the chocolate milk. It was all this other stuff that I had to have.
Yeah.
And then one of the top is the food fanatic. So it's like you're always into food, and it's that person that goes and they cannot drive past a drive-thru without going in there. You know, that was me. Like the drive-through junkie is what I call it.
Really?
Yes, the drive-through junkie is what I call it.
Yeah, I think I might be like the cruncher, if that is a personality, because I like chips and I like crunch and I like to.
We call that the grazer.
Oh, the grazer.
The grazer in the book. So that's the person that has to munch. And they're not really eating full meals. They're just eating little bites. But when they really look at it, the bites turn into something that is kind of like,
the
whoa.
calorie count.
Yeah.
Right. And now, are there different ways to combat different personalities, or is there a fix for all of these personalities?
There's a fix for all of them, and I talk about them in the Spice Diet. So let's talk about the person that really enjoys salty foods, right? And
That's
this can
me.
lead
I
us
like
to-
salty food.
I love salty food. I'm like potato chip. You know, like seriously, I can't go down that aisle or I would be hooked.
Yeah, I hear
you.
ya.
Know? And they tell you that, I'm telling you, when you go down the potato chip aisle, they say that people spend more time in that aisle than any other aisle.
I
You
believe
can
it.
literally spend 30 minutes there. You know exactly what you like, but you can spend 30 minutes in that potato chip aisle like you've never been there before, and you pick up the same thing you already.
Exactly. Now that I know those aren't chips, but that looks like something that you can fool
That
yourself
you can fool yourself
and make you think
with.
it's a chip.
These are Brussels sprout chips.
Okay.
And what I did is I added one of my special spice blends because, again, the Spice Diet, we're talking about really showing people how to bring the spices and the flavor into food.
So keep talking.
You like those?
Yeah, it's really good.
So what we're doing is we added a little bit of jerk spice
I
to the
like
Brussels
jerk.
sprouts chips.
You call me a jerk?
I didn't call you a jerk, Ryan.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends. We're best friends.
Right. Okay.
So these are really good. So very simple in the book. You're basically pulling what I call the potato chip of the garden, right? These are Brussels sprouts, and this is the chip. And you bake these in the oven with whatever spice blend you want.
Okay.
In my book, I featured, these are some of my top ones. These are the Cajun spice blend,
Okay.
a jerk spice blend,
Okay.
and this is kind of a Mexican flavored spice blend with a little bit of cumin and some other different things. So you play around with the different spices,
Right.
add a little bit of olive oil on there, bake them. Yeah, she's in heaven right now, y'all.
Look, I'm hungry. Okay. I'm damn near hangry.
You're hangry, I love that.
Okay.
So again, these are designed to take the place of, you know, munching on those potato chips in the bag.
I'm gonna make
that crunch
You get the
satisfaction.
crunch satisfaction.
Yeah.
85 calories
Oh, I'm gonna make
one
these
cup
tonight.
of those.
I'm gonna make these tonight.
85 calories.
And you say just peel off the.
You just peel them off.
Can you drop some by my house, Val?
Yeah, I will. And that's it.
Start selling these in the bag, you know.
Drop and roll.
You heard it here. When
Okay.
Live.
Now, what about if you have a craving for pop? You have a substitute for that.
Yeah, so a lot of people are pop or fizzy drinkers, right? Or pop fanatics, right? I know when I was going through my weight loss struggle, I had to have a pop with everything.
Oh.
You know, it was just something I had
So
to
much
do.
sugar.
So much sugar in it. So I said, you know what? For the Spice Diet Nation is what I call it, and for those that are going out and buy the book, you know what? I'm going to give you a beverage that you can enjoy. So this is a blueberry pop. In Chicago, we call it pop. You know
Yeah.
how we do. So it's a blueberry pop, and no sugar added. All honey. And what I'm doing is, again, it's all about the spices and the herbs, right? So I added basil to it to give it that extra bit of something, right? And a little bit of lime juice.
With some vodka?
You can add a little bit of vodka in it too.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tell us about your event real quick.
Sure. So my event is coming up. I want everybody to come out. It's at Anderson's Bookshop. It's in Naperville, Illinois, and I'm launching the book. It's on January 17th. And I want folks to come out, and you all come out in droves. Bring your mama, your cousin, your baby mama, whoever. Okay?
Thank you so much for being here.